Hi everyone, and welcome to another tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to make this super cool Clover cross bracelet, and this was designed by summer.loomer on Instagram. I will bring up her profile in just a second, but first I'm going to show you both sides of this bracelet. So this is the signature side here, and then this is the back side as well. So yeah, that's what it looks like. It's pretty much the same except for these ocean blue bands on the other side. So anyway, I'm going to bring up summer.loomer's profile here on Instagram. So it is summer.loomer, and this is her account. She posts a lot of really nice quality pictures, and you can just go through her account and look at them all. And I will make sure to have her name in the description box below so you can check her out. And I'm going to show you how to make this today. So what you're going to need is a hook. I'm just going to use this part of my double-ended crochet hook. You don't need both ends. This is the only one that I really have. So yeah, I'm going to use that one. You can also use a rainbow loom hook if you like. You're going to need a single chain to start with. So I'm only going to do a small piece, but this is pretty much just the color that I'm going to be using for my single chain, which is zebra bands. I used, I think, 27 links for this bracelet, so maybe a stitch or two larger than your wrist size, but it depends on how tight you like to wear your bracelet. You're also going to need some clips, or stitch markers or something like that, just so that your bands don't get super stretched out when you slip knot them, or just hold on to them at the end. So I'm going to use 4 C-clips, and then the 5th one is here, but you obviously don't need them all for tying your bracelet off. And then you're obviously going to need some bands, so I'll get into those as we go along, but for now, you want to pause your video and make a single chain here, because I'm going to start right into this. So to start, we're going to take the ocean blue bands that are outside of this neon blue here in the center. I can just get this down. And for the ocean blue bands today, I'm going to be using fuchsia. So you're going to start with your hook, and you're going to stick it through the back of the cap band, like so. And then you're going to take 2 fuchsia bands. You're going to pull the first one on, like so, and then just pull the second one on again. So you should have 2 bands off of your single chain here. And now you're going to make sure that your cap band is open, making a circle here. And you're going to go to the back of this band. You're going to collect both of those loops here. And now you should have 4 loops on your hook. You're going to take 2 of your fuchsia bands. Take your first one, pull it through all 4 loops and reattach. Then take your second one and just pull it through those 2 loops and reattach. Go up to the next stitch. Again, make sure that this cap band is an O, and you're going to go through the back right here. Grab 2 fuchsia bands, pull the first one through everything, and the second one just through those 2 loops, which are the only 2 loops on your hook, but still. Anyway, you're going to stick your hook through the back of the next one. It should be pretty easy now to just kind of see where you're going to be pulling your bands through. Again, pulling this fuchsia band through all 4, and then your second one through those 2 loops. I have 2 more stitches to do on this side, so going through the back, grabbing a band, going through, and through again. And once you get to the top here, so you have your clipped one or your slip knotted one here, and then you're going to stop at this one, so go ahead and pause the video here and continue this all the way up until you reach the end, and then I'll show you what to do at the end here. So for the end, you're going to do the same thing as we did before, just go through the back, but this time we're only going to take 1 fuchsia band through everything. And here's where you can slip knot or clip it. To not stretch out my bands. I don't really like to stretch them out, so I'm going to use, whoops, I messed that up. Okay, so let's try this again here. Get my hook through, and going through the back of here, grab your fuchsia band. Okay, now you're going to, clip this or slip knot it, whichever you prefer. And now you have something, okay, being very klutzy today. Now you have something looking like this. Now this is obviously a very small section, but yours will look a lot better. So Anyway, you're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you're going to turn this around so that the C-clips are facing you or closer to you than the cap band is. And you're going to do the same thing. So stick your hook through the back of that cap band and grab 2 fuchsia bands. Pull it through the cap band and pull your second one through those 2 loops as well. Now you're going to go up through the back of this one here. Then you're going to pull 1 fuchsia, whoops, keeps getting caught on there. Pull 1 fuchsia band through everything. And then another fuchsia band through those 2 loops. And you don't just want to turn this over because then one side will look a lot different than the other. So just make sure that you are doing the stitching this way. But anyway, you're just doing the same thing that you did on the other sides all the way up. You're just doing it on the other side. So it's kind of like working backwards. It's a bit more difficult. I can't talk. So I'm just going to continue doing this, and then you can pause the video once I get up to the top, and then I'll show you what steps to do next. Okay, so I've gotten to the top here. I only pulled 1 band through this second to last loop here. Make sure that you only pull 1 band through. I'm going to try to not drop my C-clip because I only have 4 out. I'm going to attach the clip and take that off of my hook. So this is what the back side will look like, and this is what the front side will look like. And it might look a little bit messy. It might not look exactly what you think it should at the end, but it'll straighten out when we do some more of the steps. So now we're going to do the next step, which is the navy blue bands here on the sides, and I'm using neon pink for that. I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. And what you're going to do for the neon pink here is take your hook. You're going to go through the cap band. You're going to take 1 neon pink band, pull it through just the cap band, and then you're going to slip knot it. So pretty much, this hook doesn't really work well for slip knotting, so I'm just gonna grab it and pull it like this. You want the bar to be on the front side, just so you know. And now what we're going to do is we're going to grab, I'm gonna try and bring this up here, this loop here. But we're not just gonna grab it like this, because it's not gonna look right if we do that. So you're going to turn this over to the back. It will kind of twist your slip knot here. And you're going to have this loop that will go like this. And you're going to want to go inside of there and grab this loop here. Make sure that you only grab this loop. Then you can kind of pull on it so it will look something like this. And then you will take your pink band, pull it through those 2 loops, and put it back on. Now for this, you're going to take the first band and cross it over the second band. Make sure that you do cross it in this order. And then you're going to take this new first band off of the hook and pull everything off of the hook. Just hold on to this band. It'll create a slip knot on the outside, and then you can put that back on. So it should look something like this now. And you're going to do the same thing to the next one. So we're going to be grabbing this loop here, just this loop. We're going to do it from the inside. So you're going to go from the inside of here. You're going to grab this loop and kind of pull it out. Then take your pink band, pull it through those 2 loops, and switch the first band over the second. And you're going to pull this new first band off the end of the hook, and then pull your hook out of everything and stick that back on. And repeat the process. So again, grabbing this loop here, but we want to do it from the inside, so make sure that you are going on the inside. Grab that band, grab your pink band, pull it through, first band over the second, first band comes off, second band creates your slip knot there, and continue doing this process all the way up. It was a little bit difficult for me to see which band I was supposed to grab at first, but after the first couple stitches I really got the hang of it, so hopefully you guys can too. If you still need help which stitch you need to grab, you can always go back. And once you are at this point here, what you're going to want to do is, I actually slip knotted this last band here, so this is not the clipped one, but this one before it. You're actually not going to slip knot that one. You're just going to pull this onto your hook and just leave it like a regular band. And you're going to take another C-clip here and attach it and pull that off. So now you have something like this, and if your slip knot bars here on the side are unevenly spaced, don't worry about it. We'll fix it when we add the borders here. So we're going to do the same thing to the other side, but the other side is actually really nice in the fact that you can make this bracelet go whichever way you want. So you could work backwards if you want, or you can just simply turn it over. So you're working on the back side, but this is only for the slip knots. You couldn't do it for the previous ones, otherwise it would have made the bracelet look a lot different than it's supposed to. But to make things easier, to try and show you easier, I am going to work on the back side here. But when you do this, make sure that when you're putting your hook through the cap band that you are going through the back here. So put your hook through the back of the cap band, grab your pink band, pull it over the cap band, and then slip knot. So you want both of those bars to be on the front side here. And now we're going to do the same thing. So this side can be a little bit more difficult to see. So we do want, let me see. It's hard to do this when I have the slip knot on my hook. So you're going to want to grab this band back here. Okay? So in order to grab that band back there, to re-slip knot that, you're going to want to turn this to the back, and you have to go inside of here, grab the back of this band here, and pull that up. So take your band, pull it through the first 2 loops, twist 1 over 2, and slip knot that. So it should look like this. And the first ones really are the hardest ones. As you progress, it's actually a lot easier. So once you have the first one, it should be pretty easy. I kind of like to pull these loops out of the way so that I can grab this loop easier, but that is just me. Whichever technique you like to do and works for you, I suggest that you do that. And you're going to pull a band through, cross it, and turn it into a slip knot. So it's just the same thing we did on the other side. The first band is a little bit more tricky, I think, than the last one, but it shouldn't be too difficult. Oops. I'm going to go ahead and finish the rest of this here. And then this band here is my last band that I'm going to pull through before I reach the clip. So I'm actually not going to slip knot this one. This last one, I'm just going to attach my C-clip to. So once you attach your C-clip, you can pull this off. And again, if your slip knot bands are uneven, if your slip knot bars here on the sides are uneven, don't worry about it. But when you look at the front, it should look something like this. And yeah, so go ahead and pause the video here and work your way up to the top, because now I'm going to show you how to add the borders. So especially for the end of this bracelet, it is an interesting way, I guess, to add borders to a bracelet up to the very top. So if you don't know how to do this, it's a really nice way to finish off a bracelet, and I will show you how to do that. But for the borders here, which I used white for, I'm going to be using black. So again, take my hook. This time we're not even going to go through the cap band at all. We're just going to grab this bar here of that very first band. So grab that bar of your slip knot, pull a black band through it, and reattach. And it's really just that simple. So you're going to go up to your next bar here, just pull that through, then pull a black band through all 3 loops, go up to the next one, grab another black band, and pull it through those 3 loops, go to the next one, pull it through, to the next one, pull that through, and then once you get to the top here, so go ahead and pause the video here until you reach the top of one of your sides. But once you get to the top, you're going to go ahead and put this pink band back onto your hook. Make sure that you put it in a way so that when you take off the C-clip, the bands will still stay there. They're not going to fall off. And you're going to go ahead and take this clip off. You don't really need it anymore. It was just to hold it while we did the border. Take that clip off. Now we're going to pull a black band through these 4 loops rather than the 3 that we've been doing. So through 3 the last time, or all of the way up, and then 4 this time. And you're going to stick your hook through the fuchsia band, do the same exact thing. Take that C-clip off, or whatever clip you're using, or stitch markers, or that kind of thing. Okay, and then you will pull a black band through all 4 loops. And now once you have this, you're going to go ahead and take one clip back and just attach it to this single chain band here. And this is only needed until we finish the other side. So I'm going to go ahead and go to the other side. The single chains, you can turn this around to the back for if you like. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this bar here, then grab a black band just through that one band, then go up to the next one, pull a band through all 3, oops, and go up to the next one, band through all 3, and continue doing this until you reach the top. Okay, so once you have reached this point here, you're going to go ahead and do the same thing that we did before. So take this pink band and put both ends on your hook. Take off your C-clip and pull one black band through all 4 loops. Then take your fuchsia band onto the hook and pull the clip off, then pull your black band through all 4 loops like so. And now to get this look at the end here, trying to slide this in, to get this look at the end here where it's very secured, what we're going to go ahead and do is take this zebra band back up onto the hook, and you will want to remove the clip from it if you can. And then what we're first going to do before we do anything with this side that we've already clipped is we're going to take this first black band, so you have 2 zebra bands and then your third band is a black band. You're going to pull that black band over the end of the hook and over both of those zebra loops like so. Now you're going to go ahead and put the other 2 black bands with the clip on your hook. And what you can actually do is keep this clip on until we turn it around, but for now I'm just going to take it off. So what you're going to go ahead and do is you can grab all 5 loops or turn it or slide it down to the other end if you are using a double-ended hook. I'm just going to turn that around. So now you have 2 black loops here, 1 black loop here, and then 2 zebra loops. You're going to take this first black loop off, pull this this 4th loop technically. It should be this black loop. You're going to pull it over the end of the hook, just like so. Put that black loop back on, and we're going to go ahead and switch this around, so we're kind of alternating which loops go over the end of the hook. So now you should just have 4 loops here. I'm going to go ahead and turn this around. I know it's kind of off camera, but hopefully you guys know how to turn bands around on the hook. You're going to take this first black loop off just like we did last time, taking this other black loop over the end of the hook, And you can go ahead and switch this around one last time and pull this black band over the end of the hook, like so. Then what you can do is take your final C-clip and attach it to that band. And that's what your bracelet is going to look like, obviously in bracelet form. I'll probably finish this as a bracelet and then post a picture of it on Instagram soon. But yeah, that is going to do it for this video, so thank you for watching. Make sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe. I will have Summer Loomer's name in the description box below, so make sure to check her out on Instagram and give her a follow for me. But that is all I'm going to have for this video, so I hope to see you next time.